What do you think, Kiki? So we got a kitty that showed up, and she's slightly on the skittish side. Of course, she makes a liar out of me. That's the closest you've ever been to me, cat. Anyway, she's just showed up, and of course we started feeding her because we feel bad for her, and looks like how we got an outside cat. Anyway, I want to show you, this is looking way better than what it was, but so I can't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I tried to climb up on a short ladder to fix I have a shingle that's lifted up on the house. The ladder's not quite tall enough to get on the roof, but I thought, you know, I can climb up there off top of it. Well, not so much. I fell back down on top of the ladder, and anyway, it's pretty painful, but it's a lot better now. It was really humped up like a big old knot. It was really black and green and all kinds of pretty colors, but out here in direct sunlight it doesn't look near as bad now. So anyway, I think I'll survive. I guess I better stick to working on cars, because I'm sure as hell not a roofer. Well, I did a nut and bolt check, and I mean, for the most part, but I think I finally found out what that little clicking sound is, or clunking sound is, when I apply the brake. Like if I'm moving, like rolling up to a stop sign, and then I hit the brake or something, you'll kind of hear it. So it's actually the brake pad on here. That's the exact sound that I'm hearing in the car, so that sucks. Alright guys, got a full tank of gas. I'm out on Highway 66 headed toward Claremore. Really cold this morning compared to what it has been anyway. So I'm bundled up a little bit. I got the floor vents closed and I got the windows up. My heater is operational, but I don't really need that yet. So I'll update as I go. Alright guys, today is Monday, October 16th, 2023. So I need to give you all just a verbal update. I'm going to try to keep it at about 8 minutes or less. So because my GoPro still doesn't do its chaptering and start a new video file. It only shows one and then deletes the rest of it for whatever reason. So there's been a lot going on. So the video clips that you just saw in the front, the video clip of my leg, that was Friday morning. It was Tuesday morning is when I think it was. I tried to fix a shingle on the roof, climbed to the top of a 6-foot fold-out ladder, and the ladder went to the right, I went to the left, and I landed on the ladder. So for a few days, I sat on there with my leg propped up with an ice pack. So anyway, Friday afternoon, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I came out here and I started working on my 55. I haven't done anything to Steve's car, but I came out because I was going to the Veneta car show Saturday at Veneta, Oklahoma. It's about 41 miles from here. It's the Oktoberfest car show put on by the Craig County Cruisers. So I finalized what I could on the car and took off that morning, and that's the video clip you saw. I never got to take the GoPro out of the bag the rest of the day. There was people around the car all day long constantly. I had to sit with it and babysit it. At one point there was a little kid that come up there with his parents, and he just threw his arms up over, both arms up over the top of the fender. They pulled him back, but anyway, I pretty much had to babysit the car. And then there was a lot of people around the car all day long asking questions and talking about it and stuff, so I never really had an opportunity to go video anything. So that is the only clip I have of Saturday, is me driving this down the highway, and that's actually Route 66 that I drove. So here's the interesting part about the car show. So I am sitting there talking to somebody. It's actually a subscriber, and his name was Travis, I believe. And somebody said, hey, they're walking off with trophies. So they started the award ceremony, and you couldn't hear their intercom system where we were. I was pretty far out back. And so now I ran over there, and I never heard the class I was in get called. So I waited through the whole thing, the rest of it, And then he came down to the specialty awards, and they gave out best paint, and they gave out best engine and that type of stuff, best interior too, I think, if I remember right. And anyway, he goes, "That's it, guys. Thanks for coming out." Set the microphone down. Well, there was some extra trophies on the stage. So I walked up to the stage and I said, "I got up here late and I never heard my class get called. Are any of those unclaimed trophies?" He goes, "Nope, those are all trophies that are left over from classes that nobody actually entered any vehicles in." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I went, packed up my car, and come back home. While I was at that show, one of the judges asked me about doing some metal work for him on a Galaxy. He lives over by me. He's like 3, 4, 5 miles over here. So I told him that I would come Sunday and look at the Galaxy. I think it's a 64 Galaxy or 63. But anyway, he has new quarter panel patches for it. So I go over there and I look at his car and all this kind of stuff. And we get to talking, and I told him about the show. I said, "Man, I said, that show was pretty cool." I said, "I didn't win anything." And he goes, "Yeah, that's funny, bud." And I said, I'm not kidding you. They never called my name. I said, "I never heard Best of Show get called, and I didn't hear my class get called." And I told him that I walked up the stage and asked if I'd missed anything, and they said no. And he goes, "Let me make a phone call." So he called the other judge, and he put him on speaker, and he goes, "Hey, I got Dan here with that kinda nice 55 Chevy." And he goes, "Yeah." He's saying he didn't win anything, and he goes, "No." And anyway, I won Best of Show, but they lost the sheet. So I didn't find out I won Best of Show until yesterday. The car show was Saturday. Today's Monday. How crazy is that? So, you know, pretty highlight of the day for me there. So that's 2 shows with the car and 2 Best of Shows with it. So I got to tell you, the attention to detail that I'd put into that car for the 10 years I've worked on it, over 10 years I've worked on it, really has paid off. Being, you know, I guess really into it, that helped as well. But anyway, so I won Best of Show. How cool is that? Most likely the car will be at Daryl Starbird's car show in February of 2024 in Tulsa. It's an all-weekend indoor show. Most likely. I mean, anything can happen between now and then. But so there's that. Now, in other news, my wife ended up getting a new car, and I know it's not a big deal to most people, but she's been needing a new car for 5 years probably. She's had this little 2012 Fiat 500. We bought this brand new in 2012 off the lot, and she's the one that wanted it. She's the one that did everything, and my name's not even on that title. She bought that on her own. And anyway, I assumed that would be a throwaway car. It has 180,000 miles on it, and the only thing I've done to it is brake pads, tires, and I think I put an O-ring on the PCV valve because the seal dried out and it started dripping oil on the top of the valve cover, and it was like a 15-minute fix. And I always change the oil. I use Mobil 1 in it. That has been a wonderful car. I don't care what anybody says about the car. That's not turbo. It's just a little 4-cylinder car. But that has been an awesome car. But this is what she got this go around. This is a 2024 Trax, and it's a Chevrolet. And I had no idea you could get a brand new car for starting at $21,000. I had no idea. So she got a huge upgrade, very affordable upgrade, I should say, from that. We didn't trade that in or anything. We're going to keep that. I'm going to end up using that for me now. So, because my truck transmission's not in too good a shape. So now I have something I can actually drive somewhere like parts stores, and I get a little bit better fuel mileage. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I am planning on putting a lot of time in on Steve's car this week. I'm wanting to have that chassis painted. I did end up doing some more putty work and some reprime work on it. I still need to finish sanding that area, and then I need to Scotch-Brite the back of it. I ordered some primer off of eBay because it was $30 cheaper than the place I get it at Tulsa for the whole kit. And I think it's supposed to be delivered this Thursday, and I ordered that like 2 weeks ago. So I've been going in and checking the tracking number, so he's not going to get a good feedback rating from me, but not that I really need it, but it'd been nice to get it on time. I paid, so should have got it, but there's that. So hopefully Steve chassis will be painted this week, and yeah, I got a lot of work to do. But anyway, guys, sorry I haven't uploaded anything. I just you know, hurt myself, and then you get a car to show and you pretty much have to be a babysitter of the car all day. So thanks for watching.